barely conscious.
Help me. I promise I'll marry you.
Before I could answer, he kissed me. Then we had sex. When it was over, he reached up and pulled this pendant off his neck.
This is my Pax mark. I'll come back for you. Don't lose it.
I was nobody. Until the night the kingdom's most powerful alpha crashed into my life, he swore he'd come back to claim me as his Luna. I waited 6 years, then my stepmother sold me and my son to a club downtown. And that's when I saw him again. The two men showed up at our door on a Tuesday, mean faces, guns at their hips. My stepmother, Lisa, was grinning. She held up a thick stack of cash and weighed it in her palm.
Come on.
There's a club on the east side. The madam says you've got a pretty face, worth good money.
Lisa, you can't do this. Dad, help me!
My father sat hunched on the couch, his lips parted.
Say one word, and I walk. I'm never coming back.
My father's mouth closed. His eyes dropped to the floor. Nothing came out. Lisa smiled. Lisa walked over and took my chin between her fingers.
6 years ago, you came crawling back here pregnant. No mate, no mark. I should have thrown you out that
Lisa,
day.
please.
But I'm soft. I let you stay. I let you eat. Yeah, you did 3 jobs, and every paycheck went into my pocket. You think that fed your little bastard? That barely covered the rent on the room you slept in the night you gave birth. Remember that one? Where was your great alpha? You're just a stupid omega and fucking poor. No one would marry you.
Mommy!
Aiden threw himself at my legs and held on.
Don't take my mommy!
Floor.
Don't touch my son!
Take her.
The men grabbed my arms. They started dragging me toward the door.
If your coward of a lover hadn't run off and left you, I wouldn't have to sell you tonight.
My fingers closed around the rose pendant. 6 years ago, my colleagues bullied me. They dumped me in an abandoned industrial park. I came across him.
Barely conscious.
Help me. I promise I'll marry you.
Before I could answer, he kissed me. Then we had sex. When it was over, he reached up and pulled this pendant off his neck.
This is my Pax mark. I'll come back for you. Don't lose it.
Then he turned and vanished into the shadows of the trees. I gripped the pendant hard. He would come for me. He definitely would. Every part of me froze. That voice. 6 years. I had not forgotten it. I shoved the woman pinning me down. I crawled toward the door.
Mommy? Stay here. Stay down.
I pulled myself up using the door frame. Blood ran down my legs. I stepped into the hallway. A man stood at the far end. His back was to me.
Help me.
His eyes locked on mine. The same eyes from that night. His whole body went rigid.
Boss, too many eyes. Don't make a scene.
The man stopped. Hands grabbed me from behind.
Where do you think you're going, bitch?
They yanked me back into the room, my doorway. He was still looking at me. The men dragged us through a back door into a hallway. A woman was waiting at the end of the hall.
Pretty. Younger than I expected. Told you. She'll bring you good money.
The madam's eyes dropped to Aiden. He was still gripping my leg.
Take the boy, too. 500 extra. He'll work. Floors, errands, whatever you need.
No! You can't!
A guard caught me by the shoulders and slammed me back against the wall.
Your mother's a coward. Who's coming for you, Arya? Nobody. If your man hadn't run off, I wouldn't have to sell you here. So accept it. Be a good girl. Service the men. Maybe they'll feed you.
The madam clapped her hands.
Tonight, special guest. Get her ready.
3 women dragged me into a back room. They tore my clothes off. They forced me into something that barely covered me.
Please!
I stopped fighting. I stood still.
I have a child. I'll do any other work. I'll clean. I'll wash dishes. Anything, just not this.
Sweet of you, but no. Get the whip.
The first lash came down. I bit my tongue and kept quiet. The second, the third. The door burst open. Aiden ran in. He threw his small body across mine.
Hit me instead! Don't hurt my mommy!
I rolled. Next lash hit my back. I locked my arms around him. I can't die. He's coming back. I have to wait. Suddenly, I heard voices outside the door.
Boss, it's been 6 years. Maybe it's time.
No. I put that pendant around her neck myself. I made her a promise. I'll move heaven and earth to find her.
Stop right there. So what if I have money? My parents worked hard for every penny. Does having money means I deserve to die? Everyone in this ballroom is a person of status. Which one of them doesn't have some wealth? By your logic, are we all evil rich people? Besides, even if I were an evil rich man, what gives you the right to play judge and jury?
I didn't give her a chance to speak.
You're wearing my dress and standing so close to my fiancé. What kind of justice is that? I don't care whether you have dignity or not, but before you lecture me, could you take off my evening gown and return it to me? I had this custom made for myself for today, not to serve as your wedding dress.
Hearing this, everyone's eyes focused on the gown. The daughter of our housekeeper was born with a love for dressing up, and every time she attended an event, she dressed more flamboyantly than me, the rightful heiress. In my previous life, at my engagement gala, she shredded every single one of my evening gowns. She showed up in full glamour and became the center of attention. Everyone was saying she looked more like the leading lady of the evening. My fiancé fell head over heels for her at first sight, and the two of them secretly pledged their lives to each other. When I found out the truth, I forcibly tore them apart. In the end, my parents were framed and died unjustly, and I was drowned in the ocean by them. Now, reborn, I return to the day the housekeeper's daughter cut my clothes. Watching her cut my clothes with a sick smile on her face, I smiled too. Please, I'm the heiress of a wealthy family. How dare a lowly servant who eats my food and lives under my roof try to fight me? The first person I saw when I opened my eyes was our butler, Mr. Jenkins.
Miss Serena. Miss, terrible news. Bella Cruz has secretly taken the evening gown you had custom made.
When I rushed outside, I saw Bella driving away in my Porsche, leaving me standing there in a cloud of exhaust fumes.
I shouldn't have let her take her driver's test with me back then.
Back at the mansion, Mr. Jenkins said all the designer gowns in my walk-in closet had been deliberately damaged to varying degrees and were unwearable. Just like in my previous life. Standing at the closet doorway, looking at the mess and clothes scattered everywhere, I calmly ordered,
Mr. Jenkins, call the police.
Yes, miss.
I picked up my phone and dialed my mother's number. When she answered, I quickly put on a tearful voice.
Mom, something terrible happened. We've been robbed.
In my previous life, Bella had worn my evening gown and destroyed all my formal wear. Blinded by rage, I threw on a random dress and drove to my engagement gala. But I hit traffic, and by the time I ran into the ballroom, I saw Bella beaming with delight, already the center of everyone's attention. My fiancé Lucas Kane and my brother Ethan Hall were both circling around her. I lost all reason and caused a scene like a madwoman, humiliating my parents. Afterward, although I still married Lucas as planned, I had unknowingly fallen right into his trap. After the wedding, he used my father's trust to climb to the top of the company, engaged in smuggling through illegal channels, and then pinned the blame on my father. After Dad went to prison, Mom was so heartbroken that she lost focus while driving and crashed. She was hospitalized with severe injuries and eventually passed away. My idiot brother Ethan was also framed by Lucas and Bella and thrown into prison. In the end, to be with Bella, Lucas took me on a yacht to international waters and pushed me into the ocean.
You're not even worth one strand of Bella's hair. Marrying you was the most disgusting thing I've ever done.
The icy seawater closed over my head. The last thing I saw was Lucas holding Bella in his arms and kissing her passionately. Reborn, in this life, I will never let anyone walk all over me again. I arrived at the ballroom with the police. Pushing open the grand doors, the scene before me was identical to my previous life. Bella was surrounded by people wearing my lavender evening gown, the silky fabric accentuating her graceful figure. Lucas and Ethan were like two knights protecting a flower, wearing my lavender evening gown, the silky fabric accentuating her graceful figure. The only difference was that in my previous life, my parents had been frantically calling me, but this time, because I had explained the situation in advance and told them not to act rashly, they simply sat quietly in their seats, coldly watching everything unfold in the ballroom. The lead officer approached Bella.
Are you Bella Cruz?
Yes, that's me.
Someone reported you for vandalism and theft of personal property.
Bella looked at me, her eyes welling up with tears.
Serena, how could you do this to me?
I stepped back.
What do you mean, how could I do this to you? Can you stop crying at the drop of a hat? It's not like nobody else can shed tears.
She turned to the officer.
Officer, this is a misunderstanding. My sister is just joking with you. What are you talking about?
I quickly cut her off.
Who's your sister? How would I dare joke about a robbery in my own home?
I turned to the officer.
My Porsche is indeed missing, and none of the staff touched my car. Many of my clothes in my closet were damaged to varying degrees. I've already arranged for someone to retrieve the security footage copies. When we have them, it'll be clear.
Hearing what I said, the people around us now looked at Bella with knowing eyes. Bella's tears fell at will.
Serena, I know you come from a noble background, but that doesn't give you the right to humiliate me as you please. I may be poor, but I have my dignity. You can't humiliate me in public like this. Just because you have money, you think you can trample on other people's dignity? Stop right there. So what if I have money? My parents worked hard for every penny. Does having money means I deserve to die? Everyone in this ballroom is a person of status. Which one of them doesn't have some wealth? By your logic, are we all evil rich people? Besides, even if I were an evil rich man, what gives you the right to play judge and jury?
I didn't give her a chance to speak.
You're wearing my dress and standing so close to my fiancé. What kind of justice is that? I don't care whether you have dignity or not, but before you lecture me, could you take off my evening gown and return it to me? I had this custom-made for myself for today, not to serve as your wedding dress.
Hearing this, everyone's eyes focused on the gown she was wearing.
I was wondering why that dress looked odd on her. Turns out she stole it from someone else.
I heard she's the housekeeper's daughter. Oh, no wonder I've never seen her before.
The nerve of her, stealing the mistress clothes and then talking about dignity. She wants to have her cake and eat it too.
Bella listened to the gossip around her, her face turning pale then green, too embarrassed to take the dress off, but also too embarrassed to keep it on. Just as she was agonizing over what to do, Lucas finally spoke.
Enough!
Lucas stepped forward,
Enough!
shielding Bella. His gaze toward Bella was impossibly gentle.
Serena, you've gone too far. It's just a dress. I think Bella looks much more beautiful in it than you ever would. Why can't you be as generous as Bella and just give it to her? It's better to give than to receive.
His eyes turned cold and distant when he looked at me.
On such an important day, do you really have to make such a scene and embarrass everyone?
He turned to the officers.
This is all a misunderstanding. Thank you for coming, but you can leave now.
The lead officer glanced at him.
Are you the one who filed the report? If not, please step aside.
He was an illegitimate child, the product of an affair that Victor Kane, the current head of the Kane family, had carelessly left behind. After Victor's first wife died, he quickly brought Lucas and his mother into the family estate. In my previous life, I was so infatuated with Lucas that I chased after him, obeying his every whim and trying to fulfill every request. In the end, he killed me, and I didn't even get a proper burial. But I'm no longer the lovesick fool who saw nothing but him. My gaze fell on Victor Kane and his current wife, who were hiding behind the crowd.
Uncle Victor, this is just the engagement. I haven't even entered the Kane family yet, and Lucas already treating me like of another woman. Do you think this engagement still needs to happen?
The Kane family's status was far below the Hall family's. Lucas and his mistress mother only had their current standing in the Kane family because of my engagement to him. Victor, hearing me call him out in public, had no choice but to step forward. He glared at Lucas.
Apologize.
Lucas stubbornly refused. His mother walked over and discreetly pinched him, but he still wouldn't budge.
I don't say, you gonna poliswar. I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I apologize?
My father stepped forward with a look of contempt.
Who do you think you are? If my precious daughter hadn't taken a liking to you, what right would you have to stand here today?
Officer, we insist on a thorough investigation of today's